Okay, part two. Well, we're still on this side of the case. One of the things that I enjoy the most in my collection is a good friend of mine by the name of Mike Buchanan gave me this as a present one year. This is an official, original Roughneck paddle. And if anybody knows the Roughnecks, these paddles are very, very sacred. They don't give them out or anything. If you're ever able to get one, you're an awful, awful lucky person. This paddle, it's going in the casket with me, so don't ever ask me if I'd ever sell it. Here's a little remote control, that I bought. A little small panel football, little coffee cup. Got the Boomer Schooner with the horses. You remember that? And I got that from McDonald's, like $5. Necklaces that I've collected. Here's a framed picture of me and my family at one of the OU Texas games. Of course, we got the little stuffed animal mascot, a Boomer. So the list goes on and on and on and on. We'll go back up here to the top, and we'll start over here. Of course, any OU room, we've definitely got to have AD in there. So that's a signed football helmet by him. On top of that, we've got a white panel football by our legendary coach, Barry, going to hang a half 100 on him, Switzer. I've got two mini helmets back here in the back encased in the private shell of Chicago Bears and OU helmet by a guy named James Allen. He's an Oklahoma boy from a small town called Wynnewood, Oklahoma. That's where my dad was raised. One of my favorite items in my collection is it's a game helmet signed by the national championship team of 1974-75. That's one of my favorite items that I've collected through the years. White panel football by our head coach, Bob Stoops. Got another white panel football commemorative of the Heisman Trophy winner, Billy Sims. Mini helmet signed by Josh Heupel. Encased, I got two more helmets, the professional helmet and his college helmet, signed by none other than Silver Shoes Joe Washington. More commemorative bottles. Here's an old Dr. Pepper bottle commemorating an old OU Texas football game one year. Next to it, another white panel football by one of our legendary linebackers, Brian Bosworth, number 44. One of my favorite items, and probably one of my biggest dollar items, I guess you would say, that a lot of people wanted me to sell that I never will, is a game helmet signed by all the Heisman Trophy winners. All of them. I got all the Heismans from Billy Vessels to Sammy Bradford signed that helmet for me. So that's really a big collector's item right there. Another old Dr. Pepper bottle that I got off eBay. Highlighting all the scores from the OU Nebraska series. Here's a pair of sunglasses I got from Walmart. Cost me $4. Display it proudly. Coming down the other side, I got another glass case that's got all kinds of goodies in it. Here's an orange bowl doll that I've got. A thing that I'm into right now are old glasses, starting from the 50s. I think the oldest glass I got is the 1954 championship glass, and goes on and on and on. Bobblehead doll, Barry Switzer. There's another bobblehead doll, the Mad Fan. Here's a mini helmet signed by our beloved president, David Boren. Another bobblehead doll of, yes, that's it, Bob Stoops and his famous visor. Old glasses. Going down to the next shelf, here's another shelf that I dedicated to probably one of my childhood heroes. He was one of my favorite football players of all time. None other than Steve Owens. Once again, bunch of old glasses in the back. Hat that he signed for me personally. And we move on to their side. There's more stuff. There's Steve Owens Heisman's card that he signed. Old glass that of his. And, the Heisman dinner pamphlet. Go down here. More OU helmets. Here's a car, some shot glasses. These shot glasses are $4 or $5 a piece. Here's a ticket holder of this year's OU Texas football game. Here's another little shot glass. More helmets that I've got signed. Here's a little piggy bank that I got, I think, at Walmart. I think they cost me like $5. So just remember, they all don't have to be big buck items. So that's the end of part 2. Stay tuned and we'll go to part 3.